Twitch.
Right.
Great. Hey, yeah. What? Woo! Oh, it's a little puppy.
Hey, everybody. It's On Fire Tonight with Josh and Tressa.
Hello, I'm Tressa.
I'm Josh. We're here to talk about Our Flag Means Death.
That's right, Josh.
So if you haven't seen the show, we're talking about episode 1 today. We're going to spoil things. It's a spoiler freewheel. So go watch it if you haven't seen it, if you don't want things spoiled.
Oh, let me record over here too.
Uh-oh. Should we start over?
No, we're good.
Okay. Tressa, what'd you think?
Boy, Josh, I sure love this show.
Why are you saying it? Why are you saying it like you don't? I think you mean that sincerely, but you said it in a funny way.
It's because I am unfamiliar with social skills and I don't know how to regulate my voice. I love this show. I love Reese Darby. I love All One Day. I love the end of this episode. I love it. Love it. How did you feel about this episode?
I was really into it. It's a really fun show. It takes a very silly approach. It's a pirate show.
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
So just a little touchstone for folks checking the show out for the first time. Our Flag Means Death is about real life gentleman turned pirate Steed Bonnet. And I think they take plenty of liberties.
No, I'm pretty sure it's accurate.
I mean, okay, could be. So, the idea is this guy has he was born and raised with a life of leisure.
Yes, we all were.
A family man. He's got a place in society. And he throws it all away in pursuit of adventure.
That's right. It's the dream, right?
I mean, like, it's some version of the dream. Like, if the dream is freedom, or if the dream is to live not according to society's rules, but your own rules, or what you imagine would be outside of society's rules, whether or not that's accurate. This is like what one possible way to do that. I think, if I understand correctly, unlike regular pirates who would steal a boat and load it with a crew of bloodthirsty types, he bought his boat. Is that correct?
He did. He had it built.
He had it built. Yeah, I mean,
specifically for his wife and himself.
But then he was like, peace out, wife and children.
Yeah. But that's later.
5,000.
Yeah. Yes, as they always said back then.
As pirates were known to say, 5,000 G.
He gives us all a tour of his beautiful boat, specifically the parts that were made to entertain his crew. They've got a rec room where they play tennis. They've got an ensuite. They have non-humans. A ballroom.
Wait, they have non-humans? Yeah, what I didn't understand that.
I'm guessing they're supposed to be pets. They didn't show them. Or maybe they did and I didn't see, but he's like, and here's our non-pets, our non-humans.
But does that mean the cannonballs are the non-humans?
No, that's a different room.
What? I'm so sorry. I thought that they were saying non-humans Okay, can you explain this to me because I'm
Yeah,
dumb.
definitely. I mean, on both ends.
Who are the non-humans?
I think they are animals that are in a special room provided as companion pets.
Okay.
We never, ever, ever see them, but I think that's what it was. You're going to make me second guess myself.
No, I just, you know what? I don't
Real
know.
fucking cool, Josh.
I I didn't understand that, and I thought that the not the in the tour of the boat,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the non-humans and ballroom were a single thought.
No, let's see separate things.
Okay. Okay.
The ballroom, it's not for dancing.
It's not for dancing.
No.
It's
Uh,
it's where you keep cannonballs,
right, obviously.
which is what you need if you're going to
Mm-hmm.
have an attack on.
Cannons.
Yeah, you got cannons. You got to fire them.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're there. There's also a jam room where you can play your instruments.
It was nice to see everybody playing together.
Yeah, as a crew. And of course, the library that nobody uses because they're all illiterate, just like me.
Except for Steed and who's this?
Lucius. Lucius.
Lucius. Lucius is his first mate.
Yeah. Black Pete, the guy who supposedly worked for Blackbeard,
Uh-huh.
that guy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What else he's in that we're watching?
I sure do.
He's the deputy to the sheriff. She's the sheriff on Outer Range.
What is the name of that actor?
I forget. I don't know.
Let's just look it up, and then we'll just
Oh,
act
you're
like we
looking something
know.
up?
I'm gonna do it for the first time ever.
Oh shit, everybody.
Um,
You have no idea what this means right now.
well, I just wanna,
Everyone be really quiet while he does this.
yeah,
Mm.
because I'm getting a terrible signal, as I always do. Oh, fuck.
Do you need help?
Yeah,
Oh, damn it.
terrible signal.
There you go. I was checking to see. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
That's a very meta moment.
Da, 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 da. And then,
Shit.
okay, I got it.
You got it. Who is he?
It's Matthew Maher, Maher.
All right. So just I guess stay on that page so that we can refer to other cast members.
Yes, sir.
Um yeah. So Matthew Mayer, Black Pete in Our Flag Means Death, and also featured deputy on Outer Range.
Right.
He's a character actor, and he has like a very sort of nasal voice. Yep.
He is so perfect in this show. And I was so excited when I saw him in Outer Range. That's it.
Well, we should just talk for a second about how stacked Our Flag Means Death is.
Oh my God, so fucking stacked.
Like it's a bananagrams of.
It's a banana boat.
It's a full banana boat.
It's a banana republic. It's a
this show is a banana republic. Cast wise.
I should probably go back then. So this is what we got. We got Rhys Darby, who to me most famously has the line, "We're werewolves, not swearwolves."
Right. He's the leader of the werewolf gang in the movie.
Yes.
What We Do in the Shadows. That's the original movie that the show is based on.
Correct. I'm not familiar with Frenchie, Joel Fry. He was in Yesterday and Cruella. And I guess he was in Game of Thrones. So there's that. There's Samson Kayo, who is Olawande. He was in a show that I really liked that got scrapped after one season called what's that fucking show
Are you thinking
called?
of Time Wasters? No, he was on a show called Time Wasters.
Okay, I believe you, but I thought you were mocking me. I was talking about Truth Seekers.
I don't know that one.
It was with what's his name? Simon Pegg's buddy, Nick Frost.
Oh,
And they
that's
were
awesome.
like really amateur paranormal investigators. It was a really fun show and they scrapped it. And I'm sad about it.
He's really good, and he's in a whole
Mhm.
bunch of things like just in the past few years that I'm aware of. So like I don't know if he's probably had like a great career for a long time, and I just am catching up in the past few years. But like he was in, there's a British show called Time Wasters that's like a very silly time travel show.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I think it's on Prime. Um, so it's like a prime, like the principal characters are a black jazz band in modern time that go back in time, and guess what they encounter?
Is it racism?
A bit. But it's also very silly. Um, and then so he's in that. He's in those Death to 2020 and Death to 2021 movies. Did you watch either of those?
No, I'm not familiar at all.
So dealing with the panini, aka the global pandemic,
Uh-huh.
they made like a Death to 2020 movie that was all about stuff going on around the world, primarily in the United States and England. And fucking Hugh Grant, who plays like sort of a stuffed shirt type, kind of steals the movie. He's so fucking good in it. Or wait, does he anyway, whatever. Hugh Grant is amazing in that movie. As he always is. As you know, I'm a huge
You're a Granthead, we know.
I'm a huge Grant.
All right. Also, we have Nathan. Is it Fode or Foad?
I don't know. I'm not sure the pronunciation.
I heard a rumor that it was a fake name, but when I tried to look it up, it says that it's his real name because it sounds like it could be real, but it also stands for fuck off and die. So I don't know. I could see a guy like him being like, yeah, my name's fuck off and die because he seems like he's a fun guy. I don't know. But he's mostly known as being a writer, and he wrote a show in England called Newark.
Newark.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like Newark, New Jersey, but he wrote it in England.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a place in that place that's called Newark
that they
well.
named the city in New Jersey after.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh, okay. Because we Americans live in the old country.
That's right. We were here first, as everybody knows. We have Christian Nairn, who most people will know from that one show with the dragons, Game of Thrones. Thank you. As Hodor, and he famously has a really fucked up back from that show, from carrying that kid around the entire. Yeah, like if you watch the show, he's usually leaning on something or sitting on something because his back is so fucked up from that show.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fucked, dude. They should have accommodated him better, but they did not.
Also, he's like 7 feet tall in real life. He is like a giant man. They didn't they did no camera tricks to make him look large. He just really is big.
Yeah, and I like that they kept his face tattoos in there because he's a pirate. Of course, he has face tattoos.
Yeah, why not?
That are stars. He's trying to figure out where he is. It's like a compass on your face.
He's doing
Duh.
celestial navigation,
Yeah,
but
obviously.
his face is the North Star.
That's right. Uh, yes.
So like whenever the pilot of the pirate ship is like, "Hey, wait, where are we going?"
He's like, idiot.
Yeah, and then he wanders away.
Yep. We got Samba Shoot. SHSCHUTTE. I don't know, like he was in episodes of 911 and Sunnyside. I, I don't know anything else that he's been in. Oh, it looks like he did a voice in Call of Duty. Anyway, you got Ewan Bremer or Bremner. Is it Bremer or Bremner?
I thought it was Bremer. Is it Bremner?
There's an N in
Fuck,
there.
I've been saying it wrong for my whole life
And
now.
we all have been laughing behind your back about it. It's a
So
thing.
guys, that's Spud. That's Spud from Train
Yes.
Spotting.
Holy shit. Buttons was in Train Spotting. That's
He I
amazing.
mean, he's done a lot of other things. He
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
like a huge run of other stuff, like
Oh yeah.
particularly in the early 2000s.
He was in
He's in,
Wonder Woman.
was he?
Yeah, like a small part, but he was in it.
He was also in what's that terrible fucking movie? It was a real piece of shit. Oh fuck, what's it called? Um, Pearl Harbor.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, guess what?
Uh-huh.
Run out, see it, and then agree with me.
All right, give me 1 minute. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Oh, the camera's supposed to blur me out. Oh, I'm back. Anyway. Wow, I couldn't agree with you more, Josh. What the fuck?
And here's the thing, like that's another movie that, like this show, is filled with an like it's huge star power cast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But just fucking unwatchable.
Yep. Then we got Con O'Neill, who I feel like he's in everything. He was in the Chris Gaines Batman movie.
Wait, are you talking about the is Chris Gaines? Are are you talking about Garth Brooks's
alter ego
alter ego?
that never doesn't make me laugh hysterically. I love Chris Gaines so much.
Okay, so this is like a thing that like no one, like I don't know who knows about this or doesn't know about this. Garth Brooks, who was like the biggest country star and possibly the biggest star just
Mhm,
nationally,
mhm.
put out in the mid to late 90s an album as Chris Gaines that was like an indie rock album where he was just trying to do something different.
Mhm.
And
He looks so emo. I think he even like lost a ton of weight just so he could be Chris Gaines and be like lanky. And he had like drippy black hair in his face, a little
yeah,
soul patch.
he's got the album cover is like a soul patch and he has like emo guy hair and it's just super weird. Now here's the thing, like I see you dying laughing and it is funny. Do you remember, did you watch way like around that time he hosted Saturday Night Live?
Yes.
And he very memorably was in a sketch called Old French Whore.
No, I don't remember that. But
What are you possibly laughing at that is funnier than Old French Whore?
That he hosted as Garth Brooks and the musical guest was Chris Gaines. That's what I'm laughing at.
Okay, but here's the thing. You have to go, I don't know if it's on YouTube or where to find it.
Mhm.
This is an amazing sketch because it's a quiz show format where like AP high school students are teamed up with old French whores to answer like trivia questions.
Old French horse. Okay, got it. I
Old
will look
French
it up.
whore
Oh,
singular.
sorry. Let me cross out that S. Okay.
So like but Garth Brooks in full drag
Oh,
plays former former consort to Rommel, and there's a break in the action of the game show where there's a spotlight on her and she gives a soliloquy in character about her fall from grace and how she found herself pleasuring factory workers. And
Uh,
Garth Brooks fucking plays it so straight and so
oh,
perfectly, and it's fucking amazing.
that's beautiful.
So like, even though like I'm sure back then I tuned in to just be like, what is this, Chris Gaines nonsense?
Mhm, mhm.
It's like he won me over with his like he just he performed it so fucking awesomely that
So what you're saying is
I'm a huge Chris Gaines fan.
you are offended at the fact that I find it hilarious.
No,
I'm
no, no,
sorry.
no. No, I agree. The concept of Chris Gaines is inherently hilarious, but
uh,
oh my God, go check out this stupid
okay.
YouTube sketch. Or it was an SNL sketch. I don't know if
Right,
it's
right,
on
right.
YouTube or you'll have to see like Daily Motion or whatever.
Right, right, right. Hey, side note,
Side note,
uh, did you know that French prostitutes, sex workers, invented false eyelashes?
no,
Oh, then you don't know what they were originally called?
no.
That's too bad. That's weird.
Wait,
Eh,
will you tell me and the
Oh, sure. I
audience?
mean, if you want me to.
I would love to know this little piece of history.
They were called cumbrellas.
Wait a second.
Mhm.
There, uh, my first question
Yeah.
is,
What's up?
so umbrella, of course,
Mhm,
is the same in French and English.
mhm.
Is come the same in French and English?
I guess so.
Is or do we get we I mean the word come must
I don't
predate
like this conversation.
cumbrella.
Sure. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so do you know anything about like who this amazing innovator that came up with first of all the false eyelashes, and then
Mhm.
secondarily it must have been a different person that came up with that amazing name?
No, I think it was the same person.
Really? It's just some visionary was like, I dream of a world where
Look,
my eyelashes are longer than they really are.
just because she's a sex worker does not mean she's not super, super smart.
Oh,
No, that's cool. I
I
get what you're
didn't say
saying.
that.
I get what you're saying, Josh. I get it. I get it. You don't think women are smart. I get it.
Did you just say that all women are sex workers, Tressa?
In a way, yeah.
Or
Uh-huh.
did you say that
Except for the lesbians.
did you say that all sex workers are women? I think either way, like
Yeah,
everyone should be
I
offended
mean,
and mad at you.
why? What's wrong with sex workers? Do you have a problem with sex workers now, Josh? What's up? What's going on,
No,
Josh?
do you have a problem with women, Tressa? Why?
Maybe. I am Googling. Okay.
Wait, are you
Okay.
saying that there are not is your claim that there aren't lesbian sex workers?
Why would they need to be? It was an anti-man thing I was trying to get across, and I don't know how to make it any more clear.
Gender is dead.
Tell that to the straight people.
I'm telling it to you because you don't know. You didn't get the message.
Uh-huh. Okay, so she wasn't French, she was French Canadian.
Oh. And she both invented and came up with the name.
Sure. I think this is a this specific article I'm looking at is kind. It doesn't want to bring up certain words.
Oh.
Anyway.
So guys, this show, although not in this episode, has Taika Waititi. We have Nat Faxon, who
Oh yeah.
like he's in a ton of stuff, and he's also, you know,
He's
an Oscar.
stand-up.
He's an Oscar winner for like he and Jim Rash adapted the screenplay for The Descendants.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought that he was a stand-up comic.
he might be. I mean, I know him to be a comedian. I don't know if it's stand up or other stuff. I want to say he comes out of improv, but that just might be wrong.
It might not be too. I don't know. And then there's Rory Kinnear. He's
in the only episode of Black Mirror I watched.
He's in a bunch of stuff.
He plays the pig fucking prime minister in the first episode of Black Mirror. The only episode I watched, I was like, this is not believable. No one would advise the prime minister to fuck a pig. Literally no one.
I mean,
that's when I tapped out. I was like, forget it. The show's done. Absolutely no advisor is going to be like, Mr. Prime Minister, you absolutely must fuck this pig.
Dude, bro, you gotta fuck the pig. You gotta fuck it.
It's so stupid. And I don't know, like I heard that the show's pretty good, but never watched another episode because that's what they decided to open with. I would, if they opened with something good, I would have been like, well, some shows can like have some missteps, but they're still worth hanging in there for.
Well, I'll tell you the entirety of all the other episodes I've seen. I haven't seen them all. This is the plot. Boy, I sure love this technology. Oh no, this technology went bad and now we're in trouble. The end. That's it. So yeah, that's not everyone, but a whole lot of people that are in the cast of this show that we haven't really talked about.
Leslie Jones, not hasn't been seen yet, but she's fucking amazing in everything she touches.
Agree. So they see a boat, and Steed, the captain, is like, all right, we're going to do some pirating for once. Let's do some awesome stuff. And they end up going to like a rowboat, a couple fishermen.
It's two guys in a tiny rowboat. He gets lowered onto their boat, and it barely is big enough for all three of them.
And they, of course, have nothing to pillage. So he takes their dead plant.
The spoils of war. And now for the loot.
He's so proud of that plant. I love it. And everyone's like, you know what? That was some bullshit. Let's kill him.
Yeah, they're like, we should mutiny and kill him.
Yeah.
And then they're like, but he does read stories to us at night. Like, who's going to read stories to us at night?
Who's going to do the voice of the little wooden boy?
Right. Like, he's reading Pinocchio to them, like in chapters, and he does the voices. Like,
he's a great dad.
Yeah.
To these guys.
He wants everyone to work out their problems and use their words.
But they think, yes.
He's a very sensitive, emo type dude.
He's a gentleman
leading
pirate.
Some bloodthirsty pirates. Yeah, he's a gentleman bloodthirsty pirate. But
they, of course, think it's bullshit and want to kill him. And he finds out. So he's like, you guys, come on, you guys. So they decide to make flags because that's one of the problems they don't have.
We don't even have a flag.
That's right.
So he dumps out like a giant thing of all different types of fabrics that he has on hand.
As you do.
He's like, all right, everyone, grab some fabrics and like make your own idea, and we're going to vote on the
Mhm.
best flag, and that'll be our flag.
So let me ask you, which one was your favorite that we saw later on in the episode?
Okay, so like let's just run them down a little bit. There's a
Okay.
cat,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Grooming
um
itself.
there's a skull eating another skull.
Yeah.
Um what else was there?
There is a skull vomiting buttons onto a skeleton.
Right, very crafty, extreme, like that's like sort of meta craft
It's like
where like the art of like the textile art is commenting on the textile, the button, like all the stuff as like an aspect of itself. uh I think like high concept wise, that's got to be the winner.
oh, okay. We also have a skeleton, a headless skeleton holding its own head. I think that's all of them. But my favorite
Mm.
is the skull eating another skull. Skulls don't need to eat.
And why would you eat another skull? And
It's
like
gonna
what?
be hard and crunchy.
Yeah, what good would that be? That's weird.
It's so weird. What's the
um
thought?
yeah, super bizarre. um but I love that like people are arguing like, I'm not going to sew, that's women's work. And he's like, does anyone here sew? And one guy's like, I sewed up my arm. And he shows like this huge scar where like he sewed up his arm. He's like, oh, sounds like sewing's pretty tough actually.
He talks like a kindergarten teacher, and I love it so much. And the scar is so great. It looks like he sewed his arm back on.
He literally like his arm had been removed from his body and he reattached it.
That's talent for that time.
Also, I think the scar from that looked like it had healed so nicely and cleanly.
Yes.
Like, great
Beautiful
work.
work.
You should be the ship's surgeon.
I think he might be.
Oh, well, good.
Done and done. So we find, or they are like, oh, wait, there's a big ship in the distance because button, whatever. And they decide they're going to go and pillage that ship. And
It turns
it's,
out
mm,
that that is part of her majesty, his majesty's, the
their
majesty,
majesties.
their majesty's Royal Navy.
Correct.
Um, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't actually know who. So wait, this takes place in 1717. Who
Mhm.
is the reigning monarch
You don't know that? I
of
have no idea. I
England?
don't know. I barely know who it is right now. I don't
Yeah,
know.
fair enough. Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Nope, nope, nope.
The,
But the
the,
captain of that boat realizes he knows Steed.
yeah, he sees through the telescope a familiar face. He's like, Steed Bonnet. So he and no, not him. He sends some emissaries over to talk to the pirates.
Apologize because they did shoot the ship with a cannonball.
Right. Sorry for shooting the cannons at you.
Mhm.
Steed Bonnet, we would like to talk to you. And he's like hiding.
He's like,
And
no, thank you.
so then he comes out and they're like, so yes, our captain would love to come over and talk to you. And he's like, oh, it's not really a great time.
What luck that they wanted to go to his ship too.
Right. So then he they have a brief period of time where he's like, all right, everybody, like pretend to be, you're either like someone noble on this ship or you're like you're a part of the crew working on the ship.
AKA slave.
So the Navy guys roll up, including the guy that went to school with Steed, and he's reminiscing about bullying Steed as a boy.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, because as a boy, Steed was both slender and lanky and weak and also pudgy and stupid.
He was a target for anyone looking for a target.
Yes. They show one of the things that the captain did to him as a child is they tied his hands to oars and made him row while they threw shit at him, I believe.
Yeah. He was like, don't you remember the boat or the dinghy, or how do you refer to it?
I don't remember.
He's like, don't you remember? He's like, no, I don't remember. Oh, don't you? And then flashback to
Yeah.
they're brutalizing him.
Good
He,
fun.
yeah. You don't remember the rowboat?
Yeah, I remember the fucking rowboat. So he's like, hey, let me give you a tour of my super duper awesome ship. And the captain thinks it's so hilarious that he has a library because what an idiot.
Yeah. What the fuck are you going to do when they like all these books are just going to fall over? Like we're on a boat.
I mean, shut up. They're books. They can go back on the shelf.
So
Yeah.
while he's giving the captain a tour, the pirates are getting fairly annoyed with having to pretend not to be themselves.
Yeah.
And they just fucking go ape shit on the British Navy guys.
Because they're
Killing,
making fun of the flags and making fun of how stupid those pirates must have been that made those flags.
yeah, they show them the flags as though they had captured other pirate ships, you know, doing the work of a good citizen, I guess.
Yeah. And as the naval guys are having a good old time making fun of the pirates, one of their teacups breaks, and you look down, and it also is because he's got a giant knife in his hand that Jim threw. Lovely, I love it.
So that shit goes down. Steed and the captain are in his chambers, and through an accident,
Yes, through no fault of his own,
Steed kills the captain by plunging a sword through his face.
No, he does not. He hits him on the back of the head with a paperweight. He falls onto his sword.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That is a big distinction we must make.
He conks him on the head with a paperweight. And you know, just to like knock him out. But he falls onto a sword straight through the eyeball.
Yeah.
Killing him instantly.
Hey, you guys, I've got a little can you guys help me out in my room for a second, please? So they're like, hey, you this was not an accident. You have to tell everyone you did this on purpose, or you will die.
They're gonna respect you and like you for this. If you say this was an accident, they will kill you. This is a make or break moment.
Yeah. I love them all so much.
And we also learn that one of the crew has been living a secret life.
Anyway, just kidding. Yes, Jim is not a man.
Jim, who never speaks, who is a mute.
Right.
Actually can speak and isn't named Jim and isn't a man.
Well said. And all the one day is the only one that knows.
Right. What? Am I amusing?
I just keep thinking about more stuff that's going to happen, and I love it so much. But before we get to that, the naval guys that are still on the boat, they take two of them as hostages, and they make one row back to the naval ship
with his hands tied to
Tied
the
to the
oars.
oars, which I didn't notice until this viewing.
And he's got
3
he's
dummies with him.
3 dummies, and like their heads aren't even attached correctly. So he's rowing in such a way that it looks like it's a full rowboat returning to the Navy vessel.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't they catch up with him? I guess they didn't have a captain anymore. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess they're thrown into chaos. They got to figure out
Yeah.
what their next move is. I don't know. Good question. You know what? Like sometimes you just lose somebody in the high seas.
It happens a lot
Yeah.
because the high seas are terrifying and disgusting.
And the low seas.
And the loose seas.
The loosey gooseys. Oh, Lucy's like a loose cigarette.
Yeah, of course.
Is that still an industry even?
Yeah, it's a big thriving industry.
There used to be a thing where I don't think it was even legal, or it might be depending on state to state. You could buy an individual cigarette from a corner store instead of a full pack.
I didn't know that you could do that from a business. I just knew that people would do that on the street.
Oh, and you'd call it Lucy's in that context as well, not just like a cigarette.
Yeah.
Interesting. But also, I love Lucy's.
I know you're not a smoker, but you love them. You collect them.
Yeah.
You get a scrapbook full of them. And they save Star Trek, so you can't.
not only saved, but
got it produced.
They got it on the air in the first place. Desilu.
So who doesn't love loose cigarettes?
Have you ever are you familiar with the Niagara Falls bit?
Place? Oh.
There's like so back when like I Love Lucy was on the air, and like Abbott and Costello and the Three Stooges and like all of those like early people of television, there were like bits that were kind of like pop songs but in comedy. And
I love that.
Yeah, so like if they were performing live in a stage or to like an audience on TV, like it starts out and like everybody knows what this bit is and they fucking love it. So Niagara Falls is one of those, and if you just type in like Niagara Falls comedy bit or something on YouTube, you'll find fucking hundreds from back then, everyone doing it, everyone like with their own spin on it. And so that's a thing that exists. Okay, so we're gonna cut that out of the episode. Oh no, did I lose you? Are you frozen or shit? Tressa, did I lose? Uh-oh. I don't know if we're still connected or not. Tressa, 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 Tressa. Tressa, Tressa, Tressa. Tressa? Shit.